Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to see the chapter number 18, observing space, and specifically in ninth standard. In this lesson, we are going to see the telescope, the concept of telescope, the types of telescope, and the uses of telescope. What will be the structure of telescope? Which are the difficulties and which are the remedies or the solutions on that difficulties while using the telescope. So that lecture will be the introductory lecture. So we are going to cover first, that is forms of light. Then we will see the telescopes, concept of telescope and the types. Then we will see the optical telescopes. In optical telescope, we will see the refracting telescope and reflecting telescope. Then we will see the difficulties in these optical telescope and how we will overcome these difficulties. Now, in the second session, we will see the radio telescope and the telescopes in the space. The last topic, that is Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO. We will see that in detail. Now, first point, that is which are the topics or which are the points which are reduced under 25% reduction from this lesson. So, take out your page number 211. Page number 211 and 213. These are the two pages which are where the topics are reduced. Not whole page, only the boxes. Now, the first question, what is the difference between space and the sky? What is meant by space observation and why it is important? Now, for from early days, man has been curious about sun as well as the moon, stars which are seen in the night sky. Man tried to understand the sky as observed by their naked eyes, and he noticed that the position of star is changing with time, and there is some relation between occurrence of seasons and changing their positions. As per the knowledge of the cycle of seasons was necessary for agriculture, sky watching began to prove very much useful for us. And now the position of constellations was also useful to seagoers for navigation. Man began to make determined efforts to find answers to the questions which arose out of the sky watching. But he did not have any equipments for sky watching. In 1608, the spectacles maker and the researcher Hans Leprosky discovered that the seeing through the two lenses kept one behind the other seemed to be bring object closer to us, and thus made the first telescope. After that, the Galileo made the telescope in 1609 and used that telescope for space observation. He realized that there are many more stars which are which cannot be seen through our naked eyes, and for that this telescope was used. And he also discovered the moons of Jupiter, the black spot on the sun. Now, today, 40 years after Galileo's use of the telescope, tremendous progress has been made in the telescope technology and in the space science and the technology on the whole. Now the great leap in this technology was helped to construct for us and an outstanding picture of our universe. तो हमारे जो यूनिवर्स है, जो ब्रह्मांड है, उसका बहुत अच्छे अच्छे फोटोग्राफ्स और बहुत अच्छे अच्छे इमेजेस जो हमें पूरी जानकारी देती है, तो वो सब इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें इस टेलीस्कोप्स के माध्यम से, जो सैटेलाइट के ऊपर रहते हैं, सैटेलाइट अलग है, टेलीस्कोप अलग है। तो टेलीस्कोप जो है वो सैटेलाइट के ऊपर लगाए जाते हैं, तो टेलीस्कोप से इमेजेस लिए जाते हैं और सैटेलाइट से उसको ट्रांसमिट किया जाता है with the help of our technology. Space science and the technology are not only important for research purpose, but it is also providing many of the comfort facilities we are enjoying today. The telescope is used to observe the space, but will one telescope be sufficient for us to observe space completely? क्या एक ही टेलीस्कोप sufficient है? So, and the second question comes in mind, that why do we need different telescope for the purpose? And the telescope which are installed even in space. There are some telescope which are classified on the basis of their performance or the task which is given. There are three types. First is refracting telescope, second is reflecting telescope, and the third one is the combination of both. रिफ्रैक्टिंग टेलीस्कोप को डायोप्टेरिक्स बोलते, रिफ्लेक्टिंग टेलीस्कोप को कैटाऑप्ट्रिक्स बोलते, और ये दोनों का मिक्स कैट एडोप्ट्रिक्स ऐसे करके कैटाऑप्ट्रिक्स ये तीनों को बोलते हैं। तो ये तो नेट से लिया हुआ है। नाउ द टॉपिक इज द डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ लाइट. So light is an electromagnetic wave. It is a type of wave which is formed by electromagnetic radiations. Every wave has the characteristic wavelength. हमारी आँखों को जो भी लाइट दिखाई देती है उसका जो वेवलेंथ है वो है 400 नैनोमीटर टू 800 नैनोमीटर. दैट इज कॉल्ड विजिबल रेडिएशन. सो विजिबल रेडिएशन का जो रेंज है वो है 400 टू 800 नैनोमीटर, और 400 नैनोमीटर से नीचे मतलब 300, फिर 300 नैनोमीटर से नीचे जो है अभी यहाँ पे नैनोमीटर के नीचे पिकोमीटर आता है. सो और नैनोमीटर के ऊपर जो है वो मिलीमीटर आता है, मिलीमीटर के ऊपर सेंटीमीटर आता है. ये आपको बताना है. यहाँ पे देखो नैनोमीटर, ये अपना सेंटीमीटर है, सेंटीमीटर का मीटर, सेंटीमीटर के अंदर मीटर, मीटर के अंदर नैनोमीटर, सॉरी मीटर, मिलीमीटर, मिलीमीटर के अंदर नैनोमीटर, और नैनोमीटर के अंदर पिकोमीटर. तो सबसे छोटा वैल्यू पिकोमीटर का रहेगा, उसके ऊपर नैनोमीटर रहेगा, उससे बड़ा मिलीमीटर का वैल्यू रहेगा, उससे बड़ा सेंटीमीटर का वैल्यू रहेगा. ठीक है. सबसे छोटा वैल्यू किसका रहेगा? पिकोमीटर का. सबसे छोटा वैल्यू पिकोमीटर, उससे बड़ा वैल्यू नैनोमीटर, उससे बड़ा वैल्यू जो है वो मिलीमीटर, और उससे बड़ा वैल्यू सेंटीमीटर. सो सबसे शॉर्ट वेवलेंथ जो है वो पिकोमीटर में रहेगा, उससे बड़ा वेवलेंथ जो है नैनोमीटर में रहेगा, और उससे बड़ा वेवलेंथ मिलीमीटर में रहेगा, और उससे बड़ा वेवलेंथ जो है वो सेंटीमीटर में रहेगा. कि 1 नैनोमीटर इज इक्वल टू 10⁻⁹ मीटर एंड 1 पिकोमीटर इज इक्वल टू 10⁻⁻12 मीटर. नाउ यहाँ पे देखो लॉन्गर वेवलेंथ, सबसे लॉन्ग वेवलेंथ जो है वो है रेडियो वेव्स. लॉन्गर वेवलेंथ लॉन्गर दैन 20 सेंटीमीटर, दैट इज रेडियो वेव्स. फिर उससे छोटा है वो है 0.3 millimeter to 20 centimeter, that is microwave. Then 800 nanometer to 0.3 millimeter, that is infrared. Then 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer, that is our आई साइट, जो हमारे आँखों को दिखाई देता है. 400 नैनोमीटर टू 800 नैनोमीटर, उसको बोलते हैं विजिबल लाइट रेज. Then 300 picometer to 400 nanometer, that is ultraviolet rays. These are the UV light. 3 picometer to 300 picometer, that is X-ray. और 3 पिकोमीटर से भी छोटे वेवलेंथ जिसकी रहती है वो है गैमा रेज. All of the above types, our eyes can see only visible radiation. Thus, we use the visible radiation telescope, that is optical telescope. These are the made up of from regular lenses or mirrors. Mainly, many heavenly bodies, these are emitting radiations other than the visible light. So, we need different types of the following telescope, like X-ray telescope, gamma ray telescope, radio telescope. So today we are going to see the telescopes. There are two types of telescope, that is optical telescope and radio telescope. And the third one is telescopes in space. First is optical telescope. There are two types of optical telescope. First is refracting telescope and second one is reflecting telescope. So refracting telescope is using lens. So refraction takes place and that refraction will create image of the object. With the help of objective, it will collect the light, and that collected light, it will having large cross sectional area. Objective lens with large cross sectional area, this convex lens will converge that light, and then there will be again eyepiece which will form again conversion, and it will create image of that object which we want to see or the observe. The second type is optical telescope having reflection. So most of the optical telescope which are made up of two or more lenses, they are to collect the maximum amount of light coming from heavenly object, and the objective lens should be made as large as possible because of to collect the maximum amount of light for the brighter image. Using that light collected by objective, a small lens called eyepiece which produces a large image of the source. So light rays change their direction as they enter the lens from the atmosphere, and again when they enter the atmosphere after passing through the lens. So this is called as a refraction, which we will see in 10th standard lesson number 6, which we will see detail how that image is formed by with the help of the process, that is refraction. So the process of refraction takes place in the telescope, therefore the telescope is known as refracting telescope. So now we are moving to the next difficulties of this optical telescope. So if we wish to obtain a bright image of any source by collecting maximum possible light from that object, the objective lens should be have large enough to collect the light. So it is very difficult to make very large lenses. That is our difficulty. And these large lenses are having weight, so these are heavy and tend to get distorted. टूटने की ज़्यादा संभावना होती है. दैट इज़ आवर डिफ़िकल्टी. और दूसरा डिफ़िकल्टी है, एज द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड द आई पीस आर प्लेस एट द अपोजिट एंड. जितना ज़्यादा लेंथ रहेगा उतना ज़्यादा क्लियर इमेज आएगा. जितना लंबाई ज़्यादा होगा, बीच में डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा होगा, ऑब्जेक्टिव और आई पीस के बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है वो डिस्टेंस जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना क्लियर इमेज आपको मिलेगा. सो अगर ऐसा हुआ तो जो पाइप का लेंथ है वो बढ़ रहा है. ओके, द सेकेंड डिफिकल्टी, एज द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड द आई पीस आर प्लेस एट द अपोजिट एंड of the telescope, the length of the telescope is also increasing with increase in the size of the lens. So the telescope become difficult to manage. उसको manage करना बहुत difficult जाता है. Third difficulty, that the images which are formed by lens having aberrations or the errors, and that is called as a chromatic aberrations. वो जो color combination है उसमें बहुत errors आते हैं. So these are the three difficulties. Now how will you overcome these difficulties also? So first, the telescope are made using concave mirrors. जो lenses है उसको replace करके हम वो mirror जो telescope है वो concave mirror से तैयार करेंगे. As the light rays get reflected by mirrors, this telescope are called as a reflecting telescope. Now in order to get a bright image, which was the first difficulty of refracting telescope, in order to get a bright image of the source, large mirrors are necessary. So because they can collect large amount of light from the source, they can be easily compared with making large lenses. They have easier to make large mirrors as compared to large lenses. Bigger mirror can be made by combining small pieces also. लेंस का वैसे नहीं होता, तो वो डिस्टॉर्ट होते, एक ही लेंस बनाना पड़ता है. लेकिन मिरर में हम टुकड़े टुकड़े करके बड़ा मिरर कर सकते हैं. The weight of the mirror is less as compared to the weight of the lens. And the next जो ये कलर का जो डिफ़िकल्टी था तीसरा, the image formed by mirror do not have any color errors, so there will not be any chromatic aberrations. In this way we can overcome that problem of convex lens or the refracting telescope. Now question is there, only by using these large telescope can we see far away stars and galaxies which we could never see using our naked eyes. So question is for you. Next topic is types of telescopes. Reflecting telescope, there are two types of reflecting telescope we are going to see here. The first is Newtonian and the second one is Cassegrain telescope. So these are the images. You have to draw the neat label diagram of both the telescope. So the first is Newtonian telescope as shown in figure 18.2 in your book. The light rays which are coming from the space are reflected by concave mirror. Concave mirror is shown here. That is the concave mirror in Newtonian telescope. Before these reflected rays converge at a focus, they are again deflected by a small plane mirror. So यहाँ पे प्लेन मिरर है, जो प्लेन मिरर उनको अगेन डिफ्लेक्ट करता है और फिर यहाँ से लाइट रेज जो है वो आईपीस के यहाँ पे जाकर कन्वर्ज हो जाती है. As a result, they get focus at a point lying on the perpendicular to the axis of the telescope cylinder, and they pass through the eyepiece and we get magnified image of that source. Now the second telescope is Cassegrain telescope. The construction of Cassegrain type of telescope is shown in figure number 18.3. As we have seen previously, the Cassegrain telescope also uses the concave mirror. So the concave, here the light rays after reflection from the concave mirror, the reflected back, these are reflected back, the concave मिरर से रिफ्लेक्ट होकर ये वापस कॉन्वेक्स मिरर पे, सिंपल कॉन्वेक्स मिरर पे वो क्या होगी, रिफ्लेक्ट होंगे, एंड दे आर पास थ्रू द होल्स at the center of concave mirror, and then through the eyepiece we can see, here will be the eyepiece, and through which we can see the magnified image of that object. So in this way we will get, the eyepiece will give us a magnified image of the source. Now, as we have seen the questions to revise, which are the different forms of light? Then second question, what is the wavelength of visible light? Third question, what do you mean by optical telescope? Fourth, what are the types of optical telescope? What do you mean by reflecting telescope? What do you mean by refracting telescope? You have to compare between reflecting telescope and refracting telescope with the advantage and disadvantage. Then you can compare Newtonian and Cassegrain telescope. And the last two, second last, that is draw a neat like diagram of Newtonian telescope and Cassegrain telescope. Okay, thank you.